Good afternoon, everybody. It is 2:43 Mountain Time here in Colorado. I'm not sure if you heard that. I'm not sure when I went live on that. Anyway, it's 2:43 Mountain Time, Colorado. Good afternoon, everybody. Glad that you came by to join me. We are going to do messages for all signs for New Year's Day 2018. Yay! Happy New Year's to everybody. And then after that, we're going to do 5 minutes of Reiki. And then after that, we're going to do free-for-all questions and cards of the day. So, hello, Miss Sweetness. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, Dano. Manuela Cavazos. You got here quick this morning. This afternoon, I should say. Welcome, welcome. Happy New Year. Ricky Jorgensen. Happy New Year. Hello, hello. Tammy Bambi, Happy New Year. Yeah, Happy New Year's Eve. I'm saying Happy New Year because it's coming. Yay. So I'm doing something a little bit different this time, guys. We're going to hold cards of the day for the end. They're going to be mixed in with the free-for-all questions. So we're still going to do them. We're just going to do them later on. Awesome. Hello, Tiffany Jones. Glad to have you here, my dear. Let me go ahead and get started with messages for the day, Monday, January 1st, New Year's Day for Aries. Aries, what do we have coming up for you? Orange Calcite wants to talk to Aries today. Okay, Aries. This may be totally being influenced by my Aries friend, but I'm seeing lots of phlegm and stuff as if you're dealing with some kind of cold. And I'm also seeing steam. So steam may be a good key for you guys. I want to see if I can get another message, though, because I have a feeling that one might be totally influenced by my friend who's in Aries who is not feeling very good at all. Let's see what we've got here. All right, so January 1st for Aries. In general, what I feel like is you've got two different sections to your day. January 1st, I feel like you're moving a little bit more slowly. Things are not happening as quick as normal, but then once you get into maybe 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, things start picking up and you're starting to do some fun things with your first day of the new year, Aries. All right, there we go. Two messages for Aries. Take whichever one applies to you. Savannah Lisa Chase, hello, hello, welcome. Glad to see you in the room. 444 to you, my dear. Jess J. Mack, hello, hello. Glad to see you here. Happy New Year's Eve. Allie Johnson, hello, hello. Happy New Year's. Hello, Tiffany James. We've got both Tiffany's in here now. Happy New Year to everybody. Thank you, Vicky. La da 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 da. You just had good timing this morning, Manuela. All right, let's see about Taurus. Taurus for January 1st. What do I have coming in for you guys? Taurus, I feel like you're going to be having a lot of interactions with different people. So I do feel like this is not necessarily a one group that you're going to be interacting with. I do feel like you could be interacting with several small groups throughout the day, Taurus. Yep. Tiffany James and Tiffany Jones. Isn't that wild? Only 2 letters difference in their names. Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. Geminis. Geminis, you're being told to use your eyes. There are some things going on around you that are happening right in front of you, and you're asking and questioning and wondering about certain things, but the answer is right there, right in front of you. Spirit is saying, use your eyes January 1st. Pay attention to what you're seeing. A lot of your answers are right there in what you're seeing. I kind of have the feeling, Geminis, that like January 1st isn't the first day that your answers have been right there and what you're seeing. I get the impression that maybe you haven't been seeing what's right in front of you because you really don't want to comprehend what that would mean. If the things that you were seeing actually are true and actually are happening, this is Sacred Spirit saying, use your eyes. It's time to quit pretending and sweeping things under the rug. It's time to pay attention to what you're seeing and make your decisions and take your actions based on that. Remember that actions always speak louder than words. So use your eyes, be observant, watch what's going on. Jenny Tuccarella, hello, hello, welcome. Glad to see you here. Samantha Green, hello, hello. Glad to see you here as well. Happy New Year's to both of you. Everybody who has not shared, if you would share already, I would appreciate it. That way we have more people that we can interact with here and add to the family. It's always more fun to come in while something's still live. Cancer for New Year's Day. Cancer on New Year's Day, I have the sensation that you're going to be, or the impression that you're going to be sending out invitations, maybe not like literally sending them out via mail, but this could be texting, talking, but there's something that you're going to be inviting people to do with you. This doesn't have to be invitations for a big event like a wedding or anything like that. You could be just inviting people to take a walk with you or who knows what, but I just have the sense that you're sending out invitations to people, and I think you're just wanting to enjoy some nice quality time with these people that you're sending invitations to. So good for you, Cancers. Thank you, Ricky, for sharing. I appreciate that. Camila Fontes, hello, hello. Happy New Year. Let's look at Leo. Leos, I'm having a really hard time picking you guys up, which almost never happens. I think that you're going to be laying really low January 1st. You guys may have like the worst hangover you've ever had, and you're just laying in bed with the lights off. I'm feeling like almost no energy from you guys at all. You guys are not going to be feeling like doing much. There is not much going on in Leo's world on January 1st. Now, keep in mind that just because I say this doesn't mean it's written in stone. Free will can change anything. So for those of you who are Leos who are watching this and who are thinking, I don't want to get that hungover, or I don't want to feel that bad, you don't have to be hungover, but I'm feeling like almost no energy, like you're just laying in bed like nothing is happening, not even getting up except to go to the bathroom and maybe grab a snack from the fridge. But, and that's a maybe. So if this is about being hungover, Leos, try to keep this in mind tonight when you're imbibing. Maybe you don't want to imbibe just as much as you're tempted to, so that maybe you can feel a little better tomorrow. Just saying, you have the option. Marianne Grant, hello, hello, welcome. Glad to see you in the room. Thank you, thank you. Happy New Year's. Virgo, let's see about you guys for New Year's Day. Virgos, I'm just feeling some excitement coming off of you. I think you have some plans of things that you're going to be doing to celebrate New Year's Day. And some of those just include getting out and living very actively. Some of you are going to be skiing on New Year's Day. Some of you are going to be doing some other kind of active adventure. Some of you are going to be sharing meals. I'm being nudged to say family meals. Interesting. But some of you are going to be sharing family meals. Some of you are going to be sharing meals with friends and neighbors. I just feel like you have a day of celebration, that it's the new year. You're relieved and happy and thankful, and you are showing it in however it is you're acting, like you're just embracing life on January 1st, Virgos. Anna M. Lopez, Happy New Year. Glad you're here, my dear. Let you have it. That's right, Manuela. Libra. What's coming up for Libra? Libra, on New Year's Day, the first thing that I get is I have this feeling of being constricted. It feels like you're feeling constricted. You're being limited in some way, and whether it's a way of how you express yourself or what you can do for the day or whatever. But I feel like later in the morning, maybe even afternoon, you guys are busting right out of that constriction. So I don't know. Maybe you were feeling constricted because you didn't have enough money to do the things that you wanted to do, and then maybe the mail came and you had some money in the mail or something, or you did something and you earned some money, or maybe somebody paid you something that they owed you and all of a sudden not constricted anymore. It doesn't have to be about money, though. That was just the first thing that popped into my head. But there is some kind of constriction coming in. Maybe it's people that you feel obligated to hang out with in the first part of the day, and then once they go home or once you leave their place, then you feel like, I can be me now. That's what I've got for Libras. Oh, very cool. Tiffany Jones going to your Virgo friends for a gathering. Hello there, Natalie Cam. Happy New Year. Kimberly Hooks. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Scorpios, let's take a peek at you guys, at us guys for New Year's Day. What's going on for us? I'm feeling an excitement level being high for us Scorpios. We are up there as far as being excited about the new year and embracing it. I think that we have some pretty big expectations. This feels to me like the expectations are not just for New Year's Day, but like we are expecting, like we're projecting down the road. We're expecting this to be a good year for us. And for those of you who have not listened to astrology who are Scorpios, you should, because then you will have like every reason to expect good things for us. But I do think that that's really going to be playing in the background for us no matter what we actually do on New Year's Day. That's going to be something that's in the background of our mind, is that this is the beginning of a really good year for us. Double whammy, I gotcha. Sorry. Hello there, Avneet. Glad to see you here, my dear. Happy New Year. Yeah, check out, if you haven't checked out astrology for us for this year, check out astrology. Kelly Rosano does a nice prediction. Who is the other guy? Avneet, who's that other astrologer that we like to watch? Uh, he does pretty decent predictions, but Kelly Rosano is really, she's on YouTube here too. She's actually out of Denver. I don't know her, believe it or not. Yes, Sand, hello, welcome. Glad to see you in the room. I just watched you on YouTube. Sometimes that's the way it happens, Ricky. Sometimes you're just not in that part that anything resonates. Oh, thank you, Sand. I appreciate that. Yeah, Steve Judd does a pretty decent forecast too. His is a lot more brief than Kelly Rosano's, though. I would say Kelly Rosano's is the one to listen to for Scorpios. Lizzie Bayez, welcome, welcome. Happy New Year. I'm glad you did too. All right, Sagittarius, let's take a peek at you guys. Mm-hmm. Sagittarius, New Year's Day, I feel like you're going to be giving somebody a gift. That gift may be of your time, your advice, your wisdom. That gift may be a service that you offer to the public. This would be like if I was a Sagittarius, if I gave somebody a reading for free or something like that. So if you have some kind of service Sagittarius, you may be giving that service free. But I feel like there's some kind of gift, Sagittarius, that's coming up January 1st that you're going to be giving to somebody in your sphere of influence, and maybe multiple somebodies. It may be multiple somebodies. And it doesn't have to be a service that you provide. I mean, that would just be like an example of for me, but there could be some other kind of gift that you give. Maybe you're giving late Christmas presents for people you didn't get to see over Christmas. I don't know, but you're giving some kind of gift. Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's. There's Lorraine. Dano's in the kitchen again. What are you making today? Okay, so since you guys have to check out my nail polish, there it is. This is a little manifesting trick I have. I like to wear gold nail polish to remind myself I have the Midas touch. Everything I touch turns to gold. Just a little manifesting trick. We always have to have tricks. Everybody who has not shared, please share. Always more fun when you can get it on the live. And once we go through 3 more signs, we're going to do 5 minutes of Reiki. I like to have people here for Reiki so that if they have questions, they can ask questions while I'm here. Have to step up for a minute? Okay. Oh, wow, GSJ Mac. Well, good luck photographing those fireworks. Yay. Alrighty, so Capricorn. What do we have coming up for Capricorns? Lorraine, I'm not done reading cards. Actually, I'm doing that a little differently because I'm kind of experimenting because my time's been going crazy lately. So I think I'm going to be reading cards of the day at the same time that we do free-for-all questions. I'm just going to leave that floor open for 5 minutes and just, I'll tell you how it works once we get there. But those are coming up later. Apples for tonight, yay. Oh, those phyllo pastries sound good. Yummy. Jenny, I'm assuming you just heard what I told Miss Lorraine. All right, Capricorn. Cappy, Cappy, Cappy. What do I have coming up for you guys? I'm living in a snow globe, guys. I'm looking out my window and there's like little tiny, well, they were earlier, huge flakes of snow just barely floating around. They're like not even coming down. They're just floating around. All right, so Capricorn, back to Capricorn. Capricorn, I think that you are going to have a day where you are feeling warm and snuggly. You may be spending this day with somebody that you love and just really having, you know, time for those really great conversations when nobody's interrupting you and nobody has to go to work and, you know, nothing's in a hurry. You can just talk about whatever's on your mind. And it just feels like there's a lot of closeness, a lot of warmth, a lot of affection for you Capricorns on the 1st of January. Very cool. Aquarius. Let's see what we have for you guys. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Aquarius, I think that you're going to be having a newfound appreciation for some of your friends on the 1st. I think there are going to be people kind of coming out of the woodwork that you weren't expecting to show up to maybe give you New Year's greetings or connect with you in some way. And I think you're going to be a little bit like surprised that that person thought of you or those people thought of you. It may be more than one person. And I think you're going to be really appreciating the friends that are in your life, Aquarius. That Capricorn wishes. Maybe it'll happen. You could be surprised. Alrighty, Pisces. Now, you know, Capricorns doesn't have to be just like your romantic interest either. This could be family, kids, parents, best friends. Okay, so Pisces. Pisces. Okay, so Pisces, I feel like there's a person or persons in your life that you can't really quite decide how you feel about them and how much you interact with them and what type of interactions you want to have with them. You may be debating whether you want to have this person in your life or these persons in your life at all. It seems to me like they've kind of brought you a handful of grief, and you're just thinking, I really care about this person. I'm not sure how much they care about me, and I'm not sure how much good it's doing for me to continue to allow their drama in my life, is what I'm hearing. So this is somebody who's brought a lot of drama to your life that you're in limbo right now about what you want to do with them, if you want to keep them around or if you want to just live in a more peaceful way without their presence. All right, so that's Pisces. Let's do Reiki. LRKK, hello, hello, welcome. Happy New Year. Glad to see you here. Okay, let's do 5 minutes of Reiki, and then we'll go into free-for-all questions and cards of the day, and I'll explain how we're going to work that once we get there. Okay, so Reiki. Let me get that started. We're going to set the intention for whatever is most benefit to each of you. And if you guys have something more specific that you would like the Reiki to focus on, go ahead and set that intention, and that will be what it'll focus on for you. For those of you who are watching this broadcast after it's not live anymore, that's okay. All you have to do is set your intention to receive the Reiki. Spirit is not limited by time or space, thank goodness. So you can get just as much benefit from the Reiki now as you could have earlier. Okay, so let me get it going. I can't take credit for any of the readings, Dano. I'm just the messenger. It was nice though, huh? Good day, little ODD. Happy New Year. You're laying low because of the weather. Do you have arthritis, Manuela? So we're going to do Reiki until 10 after. You guys are already gobbling up the energy. You guys are heating up my hands already. So when I do Reiki for you guys, normally I've got you like in between my hands and I can feel what's going on in my palms. You guys have got a lot of warmth going on. That means there's a lot of energy going out. Thank you, little ODD. I've got a lot going into feet, ankles, knees, solar plexuses, heart chakras, throat chakras. You guys are just soaking it all up. Oliver. Ah, that makes sense. My mom is like that too. My mom actually learned Reiki so that she could do Reiki on herself for her arthritis. She says it makes a big difference. It's freezing where you are. I don't know if you guys can feel the warmth. I can. Sometimes, though, what I feel is not the same as what you guys feel. Somebody's really soaking a lot into their feet. I don't think I saw Angela Lukes come in. She's usually a foot gal. That's you, huh? Okay. There, you would take a course. You would get Reiki level 1, and that teaches you how to do Reiki for yourself and for people who are actually close enough for you to put your hands on them, but mostly for yourself. And then to learn how to do Reiki like what I'm doing for you guys, you would take Reiki level 2. You have cold feet. There's striving. You're just in time for some Reiki, my dear. We've got about 2 more minutes left. And now your chest hurts, but you feel better. Why were you screaming? Were you trying to catch the bus? Hello there, Gemma. Happy New Year's Eve. Happy New Year's Eve. Exactly. Gnome feet again. And the guys, just as a reminder, feet have to do with finding your direction. Finding your direction. So if you've got energy moving around your feet, you can expect to have a little better idea about what direction you're going to want to go. I didn't really figure you were trying to catch a bus, but we may as well laugh about it. And then you argued with your mom. Yeah. Once the day starts going downhill, it seems like it doesn't take much for it to keep going worse unless you do a reset. I like to, if things start going bad, oh, I'm going to take a nap. Thank you, bye. Or I'm going to go over here and meditate a while. Thank you, bye. Hey, D'Agostaro. Hello, hello. Welcome. Happy New Year. Glad to see you in here. Aww. I've had those screams come out of nowhere before. Right after my first divorce. I remember one time I spit out my mouthwash, and as I spit it out, I just screamed, fuck you, as loud as I possibly could. And then I was like, oh my God, where did that come from? It's the blue moon tonight. Yay. You have chills on your back. Your back, we'll talk about, if you don't have something actually medical going on with your back, Camilla, if you have something medical, I would say it's working on that before anything else. But if it's not something medical, the back has to do with, have you ever heard that saying, that person doesn't have a backbone? They don't stand up for anything. So when you have work on your back, a lot of times that is making us stronger in our beliefs and making us more willing and more able to stand up for ourselves. A lot of times, especially if we're trying to stand up for ourselves against a particular person that maybe we love that's walking all over us. That's when I've noticed it. Sure, Manuela, just give me a call whenever you're ready, honey. That's what you did? Like, oh shit, where did that come from? Yep, full moons are a good time to recharge your crystals if you don't have selenite. And a surge of emotions. So Tiffany and James, you just want to acknowledge those emotions and then turn them over to the Reiki to be healed. You can say, okay, I'm feeling very angry or sad or whatever your emotions are, and I'm giving this to the Reiki to heal it up for me. That's funny, Carla. You put yours all in the window? I am lazy because I cannot keep up with when the moons are what. So I just use my selenite to recharge mine. It's medical going on? Okay. That's the first thing that I would think that it's applying to. I would think that before standing up to somebody and helping you do that. Okay, so we've gone a minute over with the Reiki. We're shutting that down. And now it's time for free-for-all questions on cards. Here's how this is going to work, guys. We're going to do, everybody gets one thing, okay? So you can get a free-for-all question, or you can get a card of the day. So if you want just a card of the day, if you don't have a question and you just want a card of the day, then put card of the day or COD in the text and let me know, because I noticed I was giving out cards to people who weren't even here, and that really is kind of silly. I don't even know if some of the people yesterday I gave cards to came back and listened. So if you want that, put COD. If you want a question answered, then go ahead and pop your question right into chat, and I'm going to take cards of the day and questions till 17 after, and then I'm going to put a little line across so I know who all has typed in what by then, and then I'll answer all of those that get in here by 17 after into my chat box. Your leg feels better? That's good, Striving. I'm glad you tuned in too. Ricky's getting coffee. Card of the day for Lorraine. Let's do that. And guys, if you're saying stuff to me and I'm not responding right away, it's because I'm just already way far behind on the chat as soon as I made that announcement. So it might take me a little bit to get to you. Don't worry, I'll get there. Card of the day for Miss Lorraine. Okay, honey. What came up for you is the Ace of Cups reversed. To me, the Ace of Cups reversed just means, Miss Lorraine, that somebody has shown you their true colors, and you're like, ooh, your opinion of them just dropped down about 3 notches when you saw those. Does that make sense for you, my dear? Anna Lopez wants a card of the day. She's up next. Anna Lopez. Ooh, baby, baby. You got the ancestor. This is one of my favorite cards, really, because of the art and because her drum is kind of like mine. But anyway, Miss Anna Lopez, this is the ancestor. And the ancestor just means that you are being called to evaluate where you are in some situation in your life because you're about to make a decision. In this deck, when you've got 2 prominent trees on a card, this talks about a decision. And the ancestor is calling you to think carefully about this decision and what it's going to take if you move further, because you are about to go into a place, a point of no return, basically. This can be about your spiritual development or growth. This can be about a business decision, a decision to buy a house, a decision in a relationship. This card is not saying don't do it, but it is saying make sure you think it through really well. That was for Anna. Striving needs a card of the day. I'm trying to get up here to the top. Okay. All right, striving. You got 45 minutes till midnight where you are. Sweetness. Almost New Year's there. Striving's card. Okay, honey. You've got the Hanged Man in reverse, Striving. I love this card when it comes up in reverse because you can see he does not look like he's stuck at all. This dude's dancing a jig. He's happy. And he must be dancing pretty well. A lot of people are throwing roses at him. So to me, what this card means, Striving, is that you did have a situation where you were feeling like you were stuck or you were paralyzed and you were kind of thinking this thing through. You put in some meditation time or some thought time and you figured out how you can move forward out of that situation. And now you're dancing a jig because you're happy because you found that solution. Does that make sense to you, Ms. Striving? Jenny Tuccarella, you're up next. Gosh, you guys like these cards of the day, don't you? I'm not seeing very many questions. Alrighty, card of the day for Jenny. Jenny, you've got a Knight of Pentacles in reverse. This is telling me that you probably just spent some money that you thought, well, this blows my budget, but I'll fix it later. Or else you weren't doing what you needed to do as far as bringing money in the way that you normally would. But you've kind of blown your budget is how that comes up, basically. Let me draw my line so I know. Okay, so everybody who got in a question above that line, I'll be answering that question or giving that card. Anybody else is too late. La, da, da, da. Where am I? That was Jenny's. S. Sand is who I need now. S. Sand, we're going to do Lenormand for you, my dear. Okay, ascend. You've got the letter and you have the cross. Okay. So this tells me that you've received some kind of document, letter, notification, text, email about something either spiritual or about something that's a burden to you. One of the two, ascend. Maybe both. Let's see. Marianne Grant, you're up next. Let's get a COD for Marianne Grant. By the way, guys, cards of the day typically are going to be something that happened within the past 24 hours. Sometimes they're going to come up after that within the next 24 hours, but usually they've happened in the past 24 hours already. Tammy Bambi, you're in the batter's box. After that'll be Carla. Marianne Grant, card of the day. Marianne, you've got the High Priestess. This is telling me that something's going on where your psychic abilities are being expanded or your energy working abilities in some way are being expanded. So you've probably noticed that within the past 24 hours. When that card comes in like that, for me, that's being expanded in a big way. Tammy Bambi, card of the day. After this is Carla, then Manuela. Tammy Bambi. Yay. Tammy, you got the Four of Bows. This is celebration. Usually this is a celebration that has to do with family. Please remember, when I talk about family, that does involve significant other, whether you're actually married to that person or not. So if you have a significant other, then that could be about them. But this is some kind of family celebration or family-based celebration. This could be everybody getting together to celebrate someone's birthday or that someone graduated or got a promotion or an anniversary or just family getting together. The other way that this can come in, besides about significant other or blood family, this can also come in like as tribe, people that you would consider family that aren't actually blood family. So some kind of celebration having to do with family or with tribe for you, Tammy Bambi. Carla Burrell has a question. How much longer do I have to wait for Mike to contact me again? Let's start with the basics, Carla. Let's just see. I think we asked this before, but it was a long time ago, so I think we're okay with this. Asking it again, because the energy could have shifted. Will Mike be contacting Miss Carla again? Well, we had two cards just flip over right for themselves, three of them. I don't see a whole lot of contact with this guy at all. Actually, I've got the Eight of Clubs in reverse, which just talks about really slow communication to start with. And I've got my Nine of Cups. This, I know a lot of people call this wish fulfillment, especially in this deck. I absolutely don't. And I'll tell you why I don't. Take a look at these goblets. Now, are those or are they not shot glasses right next to the goblets? This is people playing quarters. Hello. I don't know how other people look at that, but that's obviously a game of quarters. So this is a drinking game. This tells me that this dude is spending way too much time drinking or dealing with some other kind of addictions. And he has a decision to make here about whether he's going to contact you or not. What sign are you, Miss Carla? Because if you are a Wands, I think he will contact you, but it's going to be a while. So a Wands is going to be a fire sign. That's going to be Sagittarius, Aries. Aries, Sagittarius. Who's my other fire sign? Let me think about this a minute. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, or if you're a Leo, then he will contact you eventually. So that's a yes. If you're a fire sign. And I'm hearing that that will be within the next 3 months, Miss Carla. Okay, but he's got a lot of stress right now. He's got a lot going on. I personally would not wait for this guy, but that's just me. Manuela wants a card. Manuela's card of the day. Manuela. Knight of Swords showing up here, Miss Manuela. I don't know. I'm thinking if your sun is an air sign, this may be that you're going to see your sun today. But this is somebody, or maybe yesterday. Anyway, it's somebody that you're interacting with who is very logical. And when they decide to take action, they take action quickly. They don't pay too much attention to their feelings, though. Everything has to be logical for them to move on it. So somebody like that you're interacting with, and younger than you. When they're a knight, they're probably younger than you. Okay. Tiffany James, you're up next. We're going to do Lenormand for you, my dear. Got you striving on getting the card yesterday. Thank you for letting me know. Tiffany James, card of the day. How much did you guys type? My goodness. I'm still not even seeing the bottom of this list. Okay, Tiffany James, we're doing Lenormand for you. Your house card that came up is the dog. That's a really good card, by the way. Cover card. Ooh, not liking this so much. This is the fox. Can't believe you have the dog and the fox together. So here's why I don't really like this so much. The dog is somebody who is loyal. This is like a loyal friend or somebody who's loyal to you in your life. But the fox is somebody who's a little bit deceptive on the darkest side of it. So this could be like you have a loyal friend that's not being truthful with you. On the lighter side of it, this could be somebody that's playful, that's joking around, that's like a practical joker. I really am leaning more towards the end of you've got a practical joker in your life, because if they're loyal to you, why would they be lying? That doesn't make sense to me. So I think you've been interacting with somebody who's a loyal friend who also happens to be a practical joker. What I'm hearing is that they had a practical joke that went out of control. Like they didn't know where to draw the line and shut it down. That's for Tiffany. A D'Agostaro, a card of the day for you. Okay. Ooh, Dano's got a question. That's a big question. Not yet, but maybe tomorrow, says Lorraine. Okay, fair enough. Camila, I didn't see your question. You may have to retype that. All I'm seeing is I need an answer for your question. That you need an answer for your question. So you may have to type your question, because so far I haven't seen it. Unless you put your question underneath of that, and then I'll get to it anyway. Ms. Okay, this is A D'Agostaro for a card of the day. A D'Agostaro, you're coming up as the King of Pentacles, my dear. So if you're a female, don't stress. It's okay if you're a male court card. So King of Pentacles is just telling me that right now you have good control of your financial situation. And I'm feeling like it may have been a struggle for you to get to this point where you have good control of your financial situation. Like you've put in some work to get rid of your debts or get them down and whatever. And so you're in a very secure place thanks to some hard work that you've put in to get there. Does that make sense to you, A D'Agostaro? Ricky Jorgensen is up next for a card of the day. La da da da, Ricky Jorgensen. Okay, Ms. Ricky, you've got the Ace of Swords. To me, this just tells me that you have had some kind of epiphany of an idea or a thought, something that came into you that it could have come in during meditation. You could have heard a little kid say something and you went, oh my God, that's so smart, that's so profound. But there's some kind of new idea that you have taken in, and it really not only makes like one thing make sense, but as you apply it to different parts of your life, you can see how it kind of fits. Some of the puzzle pieces start fitting together in ways that they never did before, just because of whatever was this groundbreaking thought that you have had, Ms. Ricky Jorgensen. I hope that makes sense for you. Ms. Sweetness Aarons, you're up next. After that will be Dano, and then Tiffany Jones. Those of you, well, I guess it's no point in sharing because I'm not taking new questions. Ms. Sweetness. Okay, Ms. Sweetness, you've got the Two of Arrows. There's a decision that you've had to make within the past 24 hours. You may have felt pressured to make it, like you didn't really have all the information you wanted to have to put two and two together to make sure this was an educated decision. So you had to rely on your gut for that one, Ms. Aarons. On your gut or on your intuition. Dano, are you ready to tell Ben about Bill? Let's find out. Is Dano ready to tell Ben about Bill? You know, it says a lot that you're asking this question, right? No, you're not. Which is kind of what I was thinking when I realized Spirit was nudging me. It says a lot that she's asking this question. I'm like, oh, yeah, it kind of does. Okay, one of the things that you got up is you got the wheel in reverse, and that was actually followed by the moon in reverse. So this says this is not good timing to spill the beans on this just yet. We also have the Four of Swords in reverse, which means to me a move. And actually the impression that I got, and I'm taking this as something funny, I don't take it as something real. You would know if it was something real. But like, if you were to tell him right now, like, honey, you better duck. You know what I mean, honey? Okay, so there will be better times later, but not yet. There you go, Dano. Tiffany Jones is up next. She wants a card of the day. After that will be Camila Fontes. Well, I haven't seen her question yet. After that, I guess it'll be Gemma Croft Baker. Tiffany Jones, card of the day. Gemma Croft Baker. Now that question that you just gave me, you can Google that. I want you to ask me a more specific question. I'm sure you have two Capricorns in mind. Let's use some names. Let's not do something general when you're looking for a specific answer. Tiffany Jones, card of the day. So you're not going to be next until you give me something more specific. I'm going to skip that. So next will be Camila Fontes, and then you're quite welcome, Striving. I'm glad it makes sense for you, honey. Oh no, Carla Varela, it's no problem that you're a question girl. It's all good. I was surprised that there weren't more questions, actually. Tiffany Jones. Okay, Ms. Tiffany, you got the King of Arrows showing up. King of Arrows is somebody that you've been interacting with, and this is somebody who normally is very logical minded. They don't pay so much attention to their feelings. They kind of float above them. This is also somebody who is very focused, and once they set a goal, they will reach that goal. So that's someone that you've been interacting with, Ms. Tiffany Jones. I hope that it's not a stalker. I hope it's somebody that has a goal that you can work with. Let's see. Waiting for a more specific question from Gemma and waiting for a question from Camila. All right, so who else was here? Okay, here's Camila's question. Okay. Camila needs some advice here. Spiritual advice from Miss Camila. Best thing she can do to help her overcome her pain that she's going through between the lost pregnancy and loss of a relationship, and help her feel more positive in general. Best advice. Camila, get a free Reiki session from me. Contact me. If you're not in the U.S., contact me on Skype. If you are in the U.S., call or text me. You can find all my contact information at my website, www.amista.info. Let's see what other advice you can get. That's the first advice that came up. I really shouldn't even be pulling cards to see what else is here, honestly, because that wasn't just from me. That was from Spirit through me. But I can understand how you would question the integrity of that. So we're going to pull some cards too. More advice for Camila. Usually I just pull 3 cards when I get advice, but what you had coming up for advice was pretty interesting. So I figured I wanted to pull more than that. Okay, the first card that comes up just talks about tightening up your belt. So this is stiff upper lip, keep your chin up, that type of very cliche advice. You know, that this is, let's see, one of my friends would say it like this: pull up your big girl panties. All right, so that's kind of a tough message from Spirit. I know it is, and I apologize, but I can't candy coat it. I can deliver it with as much compassion as possible, but it's hard to say something like this with compassion. Really, it's just, this is going to be tough. You're going to have to tough through this, all right? King of Coins is showing up. There is a person that is in your sphere of influence. This is probably going to be a male or a very assertive female, somebody who has plenty of resources. This person may want to take you out, may want to spend some time with you. This person may just have good advice for you. The King of Coins type person is someone who is has plenty of resources and is willing to share their resources. So this may be somebody that just wants to share company with you. Maybe they've gone through a similar situation and they want to share advice with you. Maybe they want to just share some time with you. As long as you set up your boundaries with this person and let them know where you are, if they're trying to like initiate a relationship right now, you know, let them know that, you know, maybe I'm not quite ready for that. I've got a lot going on. Then this person could be somebody that you could really benefit from what he's trying to offer you. Okay. The other thing that I have coming up, this is another one that's just like, it's very blunt. It's like, pull up your big girl panties. Be prepared that this is going to come, these feelings are going to come in waves. This is not a one-time fix. Okay. And so start coming up with a plan for what you're going to do when you start feeling this way. A plan of distraction is what they're saying. So some kind of plan so that you have some activities or some things to think about that you can do that will distract you from some of these thoughts that are playing over and over in your mind. Okay? So come up with a plan of how to combat these emotions as they come up. Next thing that we have coming up is the Seven of Cups in reverse. This is telling me that you need to find something that you can focus on, whether it's a project, whether it's work, whether you want to put together a quilt, whatever it is, find something that you can focus on, and focus to the point that you really have to pay attention to what you're doing, because that allows you to get away from feelings about anything else, thoughts about anything else, because you really have to put your mind into what you're doing here. This can be as simple as practicing new music. Once again, one of my favorite examples, piecing a quilt, cutting the pieces for a quilt. You have to focus on that. Anyway, last thing that comes up here, Miss Camila. You've got the Four of Cups card in reverse. Four of Cups card in reverse is like the first compassionate thing that's really come up out of this advice. And this Four of Cups card in reverse does acknowledge that you are in a spot. where it is very easy to look at your disappointments and let them overwhelm you. But the advice is not to focus on the disappointments, but to look at the things that are in front of you that are happiness making, the opportunities that are around you. Look at those things. Focus on those things. Shift your focus. This card is all about shifting your focus. Shifting out of that I'm so sorry for me energy, even though obviously you're justified in having that energy, but if you want to feel better, you cannot afford to mope around in it. And shift your energy into, well, what is positive around me? What kind of opportunities do I have around me for happiness right now? And don't feel guilty about feeling happy. Give yourself a break. Okay? So that's what we've got for Ms. Camila. And I scrolled way down to find that. So let me see what else you guys had to say in between, because I was looking for that. And then Gemma Croft Baker, I'm still looking for something for her too. You're quite welcome, I stand. I hear you, Marianne Grant. Oh, that's very cool, striving. Sylvie, hello, hello, Happy New Year. You're quite welcome, Tammy Bambi. Heather Rodriguez. I don't do mediumship work in videos, honey. There's too many people around, and it takes a certain level of concentration that is beyond what I like to do for something that's real quick here. It's actually, a medium reading is way different than a card reading or a psychic reading, because you're working with different energies. You're working with energies of people who have crossed over. In a psychic reading or in a card reading, I work with sacred spirit, so that's a whole different ball game. So I don't mix those. If you would like to have a medium reading, you can always schedule one though. I know what you mean, striving on the drinking game part. You're a Libra with an Aries moon. If you have an Aries moon, Carla, I would still say that would be you, because that's going to be your ascendant, and sometimes ascendants do show up in the cards. There's Ms. Roseanne. Hey, hey, hey. I'm glad to see you here. Happy New Year. I've actually quit taking questions. I'm just kind of reading through the list of the comments, and then I'm going to be out the door again. Glad you made it in so I could say Happy New Year to you, though. How have you been? Tammy Bambi, peace out, honey bunny. Oh, your partner is a dog? That's interesting. Could be. That's cool, Tiffany James. GSJ Mac, I have quit taking requests for questions or cards of the day. He has weird boundaries sometimes. Maybe that's what that's all about. You're quite welcome. I think that's true too, Ricky. I like it better when they happen like within the past 24 hours, but that doesn't always work that way. You're quite welcome, Dano. Tuck and roll, right? That's hilarious. I hear you on the I'm stuck, Miss Sweetness. I think if you haven't already made that decision, honey, I think you're going to make it soon, because that card didn't come up in reverse. It came up right side up. So that decision will be made quickly. Sylvia, I'm done taking requests for questions and cards of the day. It made sense for you. Good, Tiffany. You're quite welcome, Camila. Rachel Elizabeth, hey, hey, Happy New Year. Oh, lots of butterflies. That's going to be fun. I'm done with cards of the day and questions, though, honey. I'm sorry. Honey, I don't know the man's name. King of Pentacles would be, I think you got a King of, oh no, you get the Knight of Swords. That would generally be an air sign, although I don't really like to associate signs with my cards because sometimes it's like an ascendant, and so I just try to avoid that. But this is somebody that fits the description that I gave you earlier. Esther Whiten, Happy New Year. Glad to see you here, my dear. Happy New Year to you, Rachel Elizabeth. Right? I don't think it's time to tell them exactly who it is yet. Like I said, you might have to duck on that one, Dano. Happy New Year, GSJ Mac. Nassia R, hello, hello. Happy New Year to you, my dear. Oh, that's so sweet, Rachel Elizabeth. Thank you for understanding. Okay, guys, that is it for today. It's time for me to take off and get on with my life and for you guys to get on with your lives too. Thank you all for coming out, hanging out, and keeping me on my toes. I certainly do appreciate it. Everybody, please be safe tonight. No matter what you do, just keep it all safe. I would like to see you all back in the room again soon. And everyone have a fantastic and happy new year. Peace out.